Hey Raiders fans, we're back with an exclusive video with the latest updates on our beloved Las Vegas Raiders. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That way, you'll always stay up to date with breaking news and exclusive content. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up because we might be witnessing the beginning of one of the most unexpected quarterback shakeups in recent NFL memory. The rumor mill is working overtime, and all eyes are now on GENO Smith, the seasoned quarterback, who, according to several sources close to the situation, is feeling completely undervalued by the Las Vegas Raiders organization. Yes, you heard that right. GENO Smith, the man who was supposed to usher in a new era of consistency and leadership for the Raiders, is reportedly dissatisfied with how the franchise views and treats him. And get this, word is that he is seriously considering an exit. That's right, GENO Smith is looking at the door and thinking it might be time to move on. The situation has taken the NFL community by storm, and fans are already speculating where he could land next. Now, to understand this situation, we need to rewind a bit and look at how GENO Smith even ended up in this predicament. Remember, Smith had somewhat of a career renaissance after taking over in Seattle, showing poise, leadership, and most importantly, production on the field. It was that resurgence that made the Raiders take a chance on him, hoping he could bring stability to a franchise that's been in a perpetual search for a consistent QB presence ever since the Derek Carr era ended. But now, it seems like that gamble may be falling apart faster than anyone could have imagined. Sources say GENO feels he hasn't been given the respect, support, or even the offensive weapons he was promised when he first signed on. And when a quarterback starts feeling like that, well, that's when you know the relationship might be on borrowed time. People close to GENO have reportedly shared that the quarterback feels slighted not just by the front office, but also by the coaching staff. Apparently, there's a disconnect between what was sold to him during negotiations and the reality of what he's experiencing within the team's facilities and on game days. There are whispers that he feels micromanaged, underutilized, and even blamed for shortcomings that, in his opinion, fall squarely on the shoulders of a mismanaged offensive scheme. Now, this is all coming from sources with knowledge of GENO's thinking, but if even a fraction of that is true, then it's understandable why he might be itching for a change. After all, we've seen time and time again how misalignment between players and organizations can spell disaster. What's even more fascinating is how quiet the Raiders organization has been about all of this. Typically, when a star quarterback's name gets thrown around in trade rumors or public discontent, the front office is quick to shut it down, reassure fans, and reaffirm their commitment to the player. But in this case, radio silenced some. Analysts are interpreting this as an ominous sign that there's more truth to these reports than the franchise would like to admit. It raises the question, are the Raiders preparing to part ways with GENO Smith, or are they caught completely off guard by his frustrations? Either way, their silence is only fueling the speculation, making this situation even more dramatic by the day. Another layer to this story is how GENO's potential departure could reshape not only the Raiders, but also the quarterback market across the entire NFL. Think about it. Teams like the Minnesota Vikings, the New England Patriots, or even the Atlanta Falcons could all be in the market for a veteran quarterback with playoff experience and a chip on his shoulder. GENO Smith might not be considered an elite tier QB by everyone, but his leadership, resilience, and ability to manage games effectively make him an extremely valuable asset, especially for teams with young rosters or those in desperate need of a stabilizing presence under center. If GENO does indeed seek a trade, you can bet there will be no shortage of suitors. Adding even more intrigue is the timing of these reports. With the offseason approaching and the NFL draft looming large, the Raiders are at a crossroads. Do they double down on trying to repair their relationship with GENO Smith, perhaps offering him more control over the offense and securing better weapons? Or do they cut their losses, trade him away, and either draft a rookie quarterback or pursue another veteran in free agency? Either path comes with its own set of risks and rewards. But one thing is for certain, if the reports about GENO's dissatisfaction are accurate, then keeping him in Las Vegas against his will could spell disaster for team chemistry and locker. Room morale. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy, drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Let's also not forget the role of the fans in all of this. Raiders Nation is known for being one of the most passionate and vocal fan bases in all of sports. Many of them had high hopes when GENO Smith joined the team, seeing him as a steady hand who could guide the franchise back to relevance. But now, the fan base is split. Some are blaming the front office for not doing enough to support him, while others feel that GENO hasn't lived up to the expectations that come with leading such a storied franchise. This kind of division among the fan base only adds more pressure to the Raiders' decision makers and could influence how quickly they try to resolve this situation. Insiders are also pointing out that this could all be a strategic move by GENO Smith and his camp. Let's be real, in the NFL, sometimes leaking dissatisfaction is a way for players to gain leverage, either to force a trade or to pressure their current team into making necessary changes. So, could this be less about GENO actually wanting to leave and more about him wanting the Raiders to step up and give him the respect and resources he feels he deserves? Possibly. But with how many reports are coming out about his desire to move on, it's starting to feel like this is more than just a negotiating tactic. It might be the early stages of a very real divorce between player and team. And speaking of potential destinations, let's have a little fun with that. Imagine GENO Smith landing in a place like New England where Bill Belichick, or whoever takes over, could use a veteran like him to stabilize the offense. Or what about the Falcons pairing GENO with their exciting young offensive weapons? There's also the possibility of a reunion with the Seahawks if things go completely sideways with their current QB situation. These are just hypotheticals. Of course, but they show just how wide-ranging the impact of GENO's possible departure from the Raiders could be. It's not just about Las Vegas, it's about the entire balance of quarterback power in the NFL potentially shifting. At the end of the day, all of this is still in the realm of speculation and rumor, but where there's smoke, there's usually fire. The fact that so many credible insiders are reporting on GENO Smith's dissatisfaction suggests that this story has real legs. Whether it ends with GENO being traded, released, or somehow reconciled with the Raiders remains to be seen. But one thing is for sure, the NFL offseason just got a lot more interesting, and fans of both the Raiders and the league as a whole will be watching this situation very, very closely. So stay tuned, folks, because this could be just the beginning of one of the most surprising quarterback storylines of the year. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.